Wow. What a game. Baker. Baker deserves a round of applause.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Unbelievable performance by Baker. Maybe not so much of a disappointment maker at the current time being. File on in, hit the thumb up button, subscribe if you're new. We're going to be talking everything week 14, answering your phone calls, answering your questions in the chat, taking some voicemails, and maybe doing some marker board stuff. Fitz first in the building. Fitzy boy. Matthew, Payne, Raphael. Hit the like button. Let's go. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Well. Lucky to find you all here after a Thursday Night Football performance by Baker. Baker to the moon maker.
To the moon.
All right, let's not get too carried away. Let's be careful on two different fronts here. Number one, be careful not to discredit what Baker just did, because it was unbelievable to go in and do what he did on a short time frame. They were raving about him all over the TV. Like, this guy has a wristband, that's it. He didn't even have a helmet. Like, they were talking about it like this guy was walking on water. And I agree to an extent. He absolutely did an amazing thing. But it was the Raiders. It was Thursday night. And the Raiders look awful. They could score. Adams looks amazing, whenever he gets 2 touchdowns. And we all kind of forget how bad the Raiders are, how bad they lose, how many teams they lose to that they shouldn't lose to. And it's got to be embarrassing to be a part of that organization right now from one angle. Okay, I'm very much excited about Devontae Adams moving forward. Jacobs is looking fire. We got to talk about his injury as well. There's a lot to discuss here, a lot to unpack. But so while we want to be careful and not discredit what Baker did, it was Thursday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders. Might as well call them the Oakland Raiders at this point. And, we're not sure what to make of it going forward. Baker's been exciting before, and then he falls off. So, I don't want to start acting like Baker's going to turn into some fantasy football monster or an NFL quarterback that could start in the NFL for a long period of time. But it was very impressive, and I want to make sure I give Baker his flowers. And we can, for one night, give him a one-day moon pass.
To the moon.
To the moon you go, Baker, because you did great. You did great. It was a phenomenal feat. It was fun and exciting to watch. It was a crazy comeback. But yeah, being a Raiders fan, I'm sure the OJ is a tough thing to be right now. But we do have a lot to discuss. Jacobs, I don't know what to make of the injury yet. I assume that, that's going to bother him. His pinky's going to bother him. And he's going to eventually, if he keeps playing on it, need surgery walking into the offseason. But let's pull up the latest news we have on Jacobs' finger and go from there. A lot to unpack here. Mac Hollins was starting off hot. We thought, oh my God, this guy's gonna explode. He had 3 catches for 40 yards, ran 2 times for, he caught 2 passes for 22 yards, ran the ball 3 times for 40 yards. I was mixing it up there. So it was kind of nice to see him get involved early on, and then they just didn't throw to him. It was a non-existent passing attack for the Raiders after, right after the half. They didn't do anything. And to have Adams finish with catching 3 of 7 targets, Carr was awful, for 71 yards. We got to be concerned about Carr walking into the coming weeks. I don't know if he can be trusted. Even though Adams is there to save the day and pull in, a 2-touchdown outing once in a while, I don't know what we can make of it going forward. Let's pull up the Josh Jacobs news and put that on screen here and talk about what to expect from Josh Jacobs walking into the remaining weeks, because we have a handful of weeks left, and this guy's injured his pinky. X-rays on his pinky. Let's see. He would later leave the contest for X-rays on his pinky and returned in the final quarter of play. Jacobs battled through the injuries. So we don't really have an indication as to what fully happened or what we're looking at. It appears to be a broken pinky, and he was in traumatic pain. It's not like it was jammed. It was in dramatic pain. They buddy taped it to the ring finger, and he first of all, he was running with the football like this. And when he went down to the ground, his hand got caught under him, and his wrist basically twisted like that, and I think his pinky was underneath. Looks like he broke his pinky. And then they buddy taped it to the ring finger, and then that wasn't working. He was on the sideline going like this, and he's like in frustration, just went to the locker room, so clearly he wasn't able to hold it. They probably had to do something to it. They did x-rays just to make sure. Came back out. There were several times where he was stiff-arming with it and, pushing on defenders, getting hit by defenders, and he was shaking that thing in tremendous pain. I imagine it's broken, but I don't think he misses any time for it. He came back in. And played, so the question is, he has the injured calf, the leg, broken finger. They obviously don't care about him. They're just running the wheels off. But from a fantasy perspective, we all are happy to see him on the field. But I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if this guy's going to break in 2 weeks the way that they're just abusing the heck out of him. But he's playing for money. He's playing for a big deal. He wants to go out swinging. He certainly is. He ran the ball 27 times for 99 yards, 1 touchdown, caught 2 balls for 15 yards, was absolutely amazing. Despite he was the only bright spot on this putrid squad of a NFL team. They call themselves the Las Vegas Raiders, who are just looking worse, almost every other week, unless Adams is saving them and carrying it, or Jacobs carrying the team on the back. I don't know what to make going forward. I just think Jacobs is probably going to play moving forward. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I imagine there's a chance that they could put something on it and he play with it. I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't imagine a pinky holding him back. He went back onto the field. So why is he going to sit the next week? I don't know. Unless he did further damage and they're like, look, we got to do surgery now. Then there's something, to talk about. But Jacobs should be out there in his next contest, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Raiders 5-8. He's playing for money. He's playing for a contract. We'll see. What else we get to talk about? Hit me with some questions here. Baker to the moon, says King. Both teams should have lost. Ain't that the truth? Funny, they moved to Vegas. You can't bet on them. If they get eliminated, they'll rest him. I don't know that they will. They're running this guy into the ground, bro. I don't know that they will. Maybe they want to. Maybe he wants to. Maybe he wants to save himself and not cause future damage. Maybe he feels like he's done enough to earn a big fat contract, but I don't know. Smitty, is Chuba a start over Mostert if Foreman doesn't play? Probably if Foreman doesn't play, but Foreman could play. Zamir White season coming? I mean, as of right now, no. I mean, what makes you think they're going to sit Jacobs? I mean, Jacobs could get further injured, and then we'll have to see. I mean, Zamir White should be cuffed to Jacobs in all scenarios. Everyone should have both of these running backs. No one should be having Jacobs without a cuffed Zamir White sitting right next to him. East Coast Tatty gifted 5 exclusive YouTube memberships right this very second.
Mashed potatoes!
Appreciate you, Tatty. Tatty's a monster. Let's get to the phone lines.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Let's attack your fantasy football questions for week number 14. Discuss anything you want to discuss regarding this game, regarding Jacobs, I know a lot of people are going to want to know what I think about Jacobs. I don't know. Nobody knows yet. I could guess and tell you that he'll probably play on this injury, but we don't know. They could have made it worse, and like I said, he wants to have surgery. Maybe he's smart and he wants to take care of his body, and get that contract and not break himself. There's a happy medium to putting it all out on the field and trying to ink a big deal, and then maybe at the risk of injuring yourself by the end of the year, and then nobody wants to sign you because you're hurt. If he goes out there and exerts himself, keep in mind that when you have an injured calf or a quad injury, or especially like a knee injury or something, and he doesn't have a knee injury that we know of right now, probably does, you're compensating, trying to get by because you can't utilize your leg the same, and you put yourself and your body and your knees and your ligaments in vulnerable positions. A lot of people injure and tear an ACL and damage a knee because they're compensating on some other injury. And the reverse happens. You come back from a torn ACL, you almost always have a hamstring injury because you're running different. You're compensating. You're protecting the ACL. You're running weird, and then you end up pulling your hamstring and causing damage in another part of the body. So there's thinking too, hey, should Jacob sit out to make sure he doesn't suffer some sort of long-term injury while he's trying to play through all these different nicks and dings and bruises and everything. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? To Pete? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Who is this? We know that wasn't name. He wouldn't have put up with it. He wouldn't have put up with it for 1 second. Baker, a moon man. For the day, we'll make Baker the moon man. If you were the poor sap that just called in, please dial back. please dial back. We would love to have you back on the show. You weren't there, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
What's going on, brother?
Is this the same poor sap that just called a minute ago?
Yeah, that was me, man.
What's up, man?
Von Thornton, how's everything with you, Schmitty?
You weren't there, so we're playing with you a little bit. Now you're here. Okay, what can we do for you?
All right, buddy. Well, I got Christian Watson and Aaron Jones on bye. And
dude, you start Watson anyway. You start Watson anyway. He could score points on his bye, bro. He's on fire. Put him in. Put him in, coach. What can I do for you?
Oh, God. Yeah, I got some situations with my bye here, and the only guys I have available really is DJ Chark, James Cook, and Treylon Burks. And so far on my starting lineup, I have Josh Allen, ETN, Swift, DJ Moore, Waddle.
What's the question? I'm a little confused here.
I'm just trying to figure out who to start, man. I don't know who to start.
All right, give me the dilemma, because you're not. Give me the dilemma, the actual dilemma.
Well, it's basically, do I start Dameon Pierce or Jamal Williams or Treylon Burks?
Okay, Burks is hurt, and I'm not going.
Flex.
Burks is hurt, and he's nowhere near the value of Jamal. Look, Pierce had a 100 total yard game, but we're not ready, I think, to forgive him yet. Jamal is leading the NFL in touchdowns on the ground, rushing. Let's not get cute. Let's not outthink ourselves. Let's not outthink ourselves, bro.
All right. I'm gonna see what I do, man. I don't know.
I mean,
I appreciate the time, though, Randy.
Appreciate you, man. Call back if you have another one.
You have a good night, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll be here for you. Call back. Okay. Dial in. Terry Roberts gifted 5 memberships as well. Terry Roberts says, "You will not outdo me. You will not outdo me." East Coast Tatty. We will go tit for tatty. Okay? What's up, Eddie? Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Tatty. All right, here's Ron Navy. Let's see. Ron Navy's going to be mad about. Man, I'm mad because our pick'em didn't land, or our props didn't land because the Raiders just were awful. Ron?
The Raiders stunk it up.
Yeah. Horrible, bro.
Dude, I don't know if anybody else can hear this in the chat. They need to, but you got this, like, like when you speed up a record and it goes, you got that, like, going off on the show. I hear it on the show, like, it keeps going on and on and on. Something's going on where you're getting that, like, sound like somebody's talking like they're high-pitched fast.
Anybody else hearing that? Let's see if anybody else is hearing it. I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe there's something going on.
You get the munchkins and it goes. It just keeps doing it. We're getting a negative on that one. I think it must be the Ron Navy Wi-Fi. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird.
It's you, bro. It might be it might be the voices in your head that told you to take the over on the 1.5 TDs for Derek Carr.
No, oh my God, that was like.
Can he get one?
Like, over the last 4 weeks, he's thrown for more touchdowns than anybody in the NFL. Then all of a sudden, he can't even throw one.
Yeah, and then Jacobs. You still hearing it?
No, because I turned down the sound because I'm on the phone with you. Every time I make, because then you get all that background. But when I get off the phone, I'm gonna like record and I'm gonna see if I can catch it, and so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not nuts.
We're getting a negative across the board in the chat. They're saying that you've gone off your rocker and Maybe this is why the picks didn't land. Ron's got voices in his head now, unfortunately. This whole time, Ron. Hey, caller, you're on the phone. You're on with Ron Navy and Smitty. Is this a munchkin? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. What's up, boy? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good, bro. Charles. I thought it was Boyd.
Yeah.
I thought I think I had another caller calling named Boyd, and I was like, "What's up, Boyd?" Oh, you're not Boyd. I'm sorry. Your name's what?
Carl.
Carl, what can Ron Navy and I and the voices in his head help you with?
So I have a question to start in my fantasy football league. I have Aaron Jones, Olave, and Watson on bye.
Okay.
So I have Damian Pierce, Kenneth Walker, Justin Jefferson, Christian Kirk, Mark Andrews, Pacheco, and then my bench is I have Harris.
Well, what's the dilemma? Like, let's just get to the meat and potatoes of it. We're writing down everybody's
two
team.
running backs and 2 wide receivers.
Okay, so you really don't know who to you have more than just one player dilemma. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's gonna probably be obvious. It's gonna be one spot, but go ahead. Let's hit the whole team. Go ahead.
All right, Damian Pierce, Kenneth Walker, Najee Harris, or Rashard White.
Okay.
So of those I need 2 running backs. Who would you start?
Well, I mean,
I know Walker's hurt.
Yeah, if Walker plays, you play him, obviously. If he doesn't play, then it's Najee Harris and probably Pierce because White's facing a very, very tough 49er defense. So if for any reason Walker plays, I play Walker and probably Najee. Ron, you feel okay about Najee this week?
And going up against Baltimore's defense, not really.
Well, I mean, do you like Pierce's
He
matchup?
did all right last week, and I wasn't on him, so yeah.
You like Pierce's matchup and risk better, or Rashad White's matchup and risk better? I mean, I don't know. These aren't the greatest options for in terms of matchup and health and all this stuff going on. But I'd say
give Scott. Why not?
yeah, I'd probably go Najee. I mean, I like Pierce a little bit more than most people still. And even last week, a lot of people were like, I'm done with him, but I was still okay playing him. And he had 100 total yards. He did okay. But I would go Najee. They can throw to him. They can, he's going to be heavily involved. But what's the wide receiver dilemma? But if Walker plays, you play him.
Christian Kirk or Traylon or Garrett Wilson.
Garrett. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say it like that because Wilson's been very solid. But Garrett Wilson's like on a whole nother level. So I think you would be sick to your stomach if you put Garrett Wilson on the bench and he had another 100 yards and a touchdown. However, doesn't mean Kirk could not score him on any given week. Look at Adams. If someone would have said, Smitty, I'm going to bench Adams for Kirk, I would have been like, you crazy? Adams didn't do anything. I mean, that's the nature of fantasy football. But, I mean, Garrett Wilson's like in the wide receiver 1 conversation right now. Kirk's an amazing play each and every week, but I would say he's more the wide receiver 2 variety, whereas Garrett Wilson feels wide receiver 1. You can't play both of them?
Well, I have Justin Jefferson.
Okay, and you can only play 2 wide receivers?
Well, in a flex.
Yeah.
So should I put Wilson, Kirk, and Jefferson?
And then who are you putting on the bench? One of those running backs.
It would be Traylon Burks.
Yeah, Mr. Kirk. Yeah, but Burks is a wide receiver. He wasn't even in this conversation.
Is he out of concussion protocol even?
Yeah, I mean, he not only has he been hurt, and he may still be. hampered or whatever, but like Kirk is a smash over Burks, bro.
So how do you feel about
A smash.
Huntley
I like Huntley
this week against Pittsburgh?
I like Huntley. Ron might not like Huntley this week against Pittsburgh, but I love Huntley this week against Pittsburgh. I think Huntley's going to do fairly well. I think it's not the easiest or toughest matchup. It's in the middle, but this guy can run. They're not prepared for him. There's not a lot of film on him. It's going to make him tough to contain. He just went 27 of 30. Actually, there's a lot of film on him. There's 27 of 32 passes they get to look at. They probably have two tapes they got to put in the trusty old VCR to watch on this guy because he threw 27 completions out of 32. Absolute monster.
Would you play him over Jared Goff?
It's tough because I love St. Brown so much, and Swift is a pass catching back that could score a touchdown as well. Like Goff could trip and fall into a 2 TD affair, So it just like, will he have? Ron, what do you think, Goff or Huntley? Huntley's got more risk, more upside, but like Goff's a little bit.
Golf has
Golf.
a lot better weapons than there are on Baltimore right now.
Yeah.
I'd go Golf.
Ron wants to go golfing.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, it's tough, bro. I mean, Goff, aka Golf. He's got probably like a higher floor, like I was saying, he could trip and fall into 2 TDs. Drop some golf emojis. He could drop a 2 TD performance in like his sleep with that offense. The way that they operate. But I feel like Huntley has a little bit more risk and a little more upside. So I don't know. Probably lean toward Goff. Go golfing, bro. Go golfing, I suppose. Unless you need a big swing.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Later.
Yeah.
We've got another caller on hold. You're on with Smitty and Ron Navy.
Smitty. Okay, I got a good one here for you guys. Since I lost my boy Goddard, I've been kind of just streaming tight ends, and basically this week I have the guy from Tennessee, what's his name, Okonowo, something like that, and then I have Hunter Henry going against Arizona. Who would you guys start out of those two guys?
Probably Hunter Henry, and we talked about this question on the show before the game. On the 7 p.m. show, and Henry's name came up with all those names, like 5 other names, along with what you said, and it was Hunter Henry. The chat voted Hunter Henry. He's safe. He's safer.
And for Kenneth Walker, obviously he's probably not going to play this week, right?
I mean, I'd say 70%. It feels, if I had to throw an arbitrary guesstimate, because there's no information on it whatsoever. Pete Carroll doesn't even know how to describe the injury. He's like, it's a jam. It's a jam. Never seen it before. First time in the history it's ever occurred. There's no documentation on this. He's treating it like it's, he doesn't even know anything about it. But I would say that it comes down to swelling. Like I said, when it first happened, I didn't even know what it was. And what I was saying about it was, I think, pretty accurate. That it was if anybody's ever had a weird ankle sprain where it's like inside the joint and it's just it feels like there's something like knocked loose in there, and there's a lot of like, it almost feels like there's loose cartilage or something, and a lot of it's swelling, and it's going to be about swelling and inflammation. And if it's swelling, you can't play on it because the swelling is going to keep producing, even if you were to drain it. So my guess is
if he doesn't go,
my guess is he's out.
If Kenneth Walker doesn't go, basically for my flex, I was either debating to play either Rondell Moore, Isaiah McKenzie, or Travis Homer. Who would you go with them 3?
Ron, what are you thinking? McKenzie's good for maybe a touchdown. I don't know about Homer. I don't know who's gonna be the workhorse. Probably Homer, but we don't really know for sure. And he's been injured. And he's had an illness on top of it.
Do you think Rondale Moore from Arizona is still going to be somewhat relevant? Because he was playing pretty good, but before he got hurt.
Well, he's playing pretty.
Think he keeps it up when he comes back?
Well, he's playing pretty good, but he's got Hollywood Brown and Hopkins now in the lineup together. So I mean, logic says that he won't see what he was seeing, but you never know. But Ron, what do you think of McKenzie?
I'd go with McKenzie, and they're saying, I noticed like they're saying sit Gabe Davis this week because he's struggled.
Who said that?
He's been struggling. Oh, the you know how they do their start and sits across the NFL Network.
Oh, you did the NFL Network again, Ron. The NFL Network again. Watch the fantasy football show, Ron. I'm feeling a little cheated on right now. This is like the 8th time
you're a little cheated on.
This is the 8th time you keep dropping the NFL Network little plug.
Gotta compare notes.
Now, Ron, you don't even clarify. Those are the voices in your head. We figured it out. The Munchkins are the NFL Network you got playing in the earpiece you forgot to take out of your ear. And on top of that, Ron, you're not even referencing the name. You're saying they. You just said, yeah, they said that. Like as if we know what you're even talking about. And then it comes out that it's the NFL Network. Now it's on a first name.
Well, I figured you already knew that. Since I've referenced their stuff before.
Well, if they said to sit Gabe Davis, I'm going to initiate full Gabe Davis load drop.
Initiate full load drop.
One more question, Shirley. One more question.
East Coast Taddy called you a sleeper cell for. He's a sleeper cell for the NFL Network. This whole time, Ron's been planting a flag. now he's letting it loose.
Oh Lord, that's
funny. Ron Navy, Mighty Buffoon wants to use a line that you're very familiar with. He says Ron Navy loves the NFL Network that helps no one segment. So.
Yes, I do love that.
Referencing the NFL Network on this channel helps no one, Ron. I just want to let you know that. But it's okay. Well, I like some of those guys.
Well, I listen to them. I listen to them because I look and I've already told you that they steal your gimmicks. They steal your to
the moon and all that. Yeah.
Your waiver wires and they steal what you've been doing. So, yeah.
Hey, I forget. Who do we have on the phone here? We got one guy on hold and then the other.
One more question for you, Schmitty.
Yeah,
moving forward, Dameon Pierce and Brian Robinson Jr., do you think out of those two guys, who do you think finishes out better?
Dameon Pierce or... Hey, what's the NFL Network say, Ron?
I don't know. I was just reading the ticker, that's all.
I'm just kidding. Dameon Pierce or Brian Robinson. I'd probably say obviously Brian Robinson's on a bye this week, but you're saying go forward, right? I'd probably say Brian Robinson going forward. Obviously this week Pierce because Robinson's on a bye, but I think he's running hard. I like the way he's running, and I don't know. I kind of trust Washington more than I trust the Texans offense right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Schmitty and Ron. You guys have a great night. Merry Christmas to y'all.
All right. Same to you, pal.
Merry Christmas.
All right. We got two people on hold. One is Blind Larry. Blind Larry, hang tight for me. The other caller, you've been there for a little while. You're the only other caller. What's your name and what can we help you with?
This is Matty B.
Matty, what's up?
Well, I have 4 running backs.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know if he's going. What?
I said I'm sorry to hear that. You only have 4 running backs.
Well, Kenneth Walker, he's hurt.
Okay.
But I have. I was wondering who I should start. 2 of them.
Okay.
Mike Boone, Rashad White.
Boone.
Boone
hold on. Is Boone still in the league, bro?
What?
Is Boone still in the league?
Yeah, he's
What
off
do
of
you mean?
IR. He actually played a couple plays for Denver, right?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Walker, Boone, who else?
Oh, I have JT on a bye.
Okay.
Oh, I was wondering who I should start between Rashad White, Mike Boone.
Well, I'll make this simple. You probably have one running back this week, not four. Because I would start if Boone's got a pulse and he's on the field. Sure, put him in. But Walker's probably out. We don't know. If he plays, you play him. Your decision is already made for you. You're starting Rashad White against one of the tougher matchups you could dream of, and you're starting a guy named Boone that I don't even know how much work he's going to get, but he's your only option, so you got to roll with him. There's really nothing. Your only option, bro, you have zero control over the situation. If Walker plays, you're playing him. If Walker doesn't play, you're throwing Boone in there, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing to do. Is there another player, like name your waiver wire running backs, your top like 5 or 6 guys on the waiver wire. Let's see if we can replace Boone.
Okay, there's the New England running back. I forgot his name, but the secondary guy.
Damian Harris?
And then, yeah, Damon Harris. And then I just picked up Mike Boone.
Yeah.
And then, here, let me check real quick. Let me check. Okay, there's Chuba Hubbard, Gus Edwards.
Chuba Hubbard, you probably got to grab Chuba, bro. Over Boone?
Who?
Get out of here. Like Chuba's not even the most amazing start, but you set him next to Boone, and he looks amazing. He looks glorious. And if he ends up starting, you might have a pretty decent amount of points, my guy. But keep going. Who else is there? Let's hear it. Chuba Hubbard.
Gus Edwards.
Okay.
And then there's Tyron, but he already played. And then I also have what's his name? Let me pull my team. There's some
What about maybe the people in the background know?
There's also I also have Travis Homer, the Seahawks backup.
Oh yeah, I mean, why don't you do that? Because you got Walker, bro, and then you just decide depending on who. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the move. Can you only hold 4 running backs, or can you have more? You just only have 4. Is that?
I can pick up Chuba Hubbard. He's on waivers. I mean, he's on free agency.
Yeah, grab him. And
Start
then,
him? Or?
I start him if he's starting, yeah, because Foreman could be out. He might not be out, but he could be out. Gus Edwards is okay as well. He only got 6 carries last week, but he's okay. But I'd rather have Chuba Hubbard and then Homer, and then you just decide based on who's playing. At least you have 2 options there.
Do I start Rashad? No.
Who?
Rashad White.
Oh, Rashad White. Yeah, you kind of have to. He's your main starter, and then it's either Walker or Homer or Chuba.
So would you rather have Chuba Hubbard if Foreman's out, or Travis Homer?
So if Travis Homer is starting and Chuba's starting, Ron, let's defer to Ron. What do the voices say, Ron?
The voices say, was it Hubbard or?
Let's assume Hubbard starting and Travis Homer starting. Which one are you picking?
I'd go with Homer because if for some chance Walker is going to play, then you can just put Walker in, but you have his backup just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, Travis wanted to know about Knight. Is Bam Knight, Zonovan is his name. Zonovan Knight, is he available on waivers?
No, I was
Okay.
gonna pick him up last week, but
Okay.
some other guy did right before I did.
Yeah. Okay, bro. All right, I think we took care of you.
Okay.
You're on your way, pal. Call back anytime, Maddie. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you, Smitty.
Yeah. All right, later, pal.
Bye.
Later.
All right, Blind Larry, you are up, good buddy.
What's going on, my friends? What's up, Ron?
What's up, Blind Larry?
What can we do for
Not
you?
a whole lot. I guess this is the worst team segment of your show today. I need some help.
Okay.
I'm in the playoffs. I just got to stay 30 points above the next guy.
Okay.
So can you try and help me out with this team that I got? It's an underdog team for sure, but they got me here. So maybe they do something, maybe they don't. But if you're ready to go, I will.
I'm ready. I'm ready to waste my marker. I'm ready to waste my marker more tonight on all these situations. Go ahead.
It's all good. You got more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, you should
Vamp
get it
has
talked.
me
It'll
covered.
last longer.
I think his Vamp has me covered. I'm set. Hold on. Maddie's calling back.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Let's. Maddie, hold on. Call back, Maddie. I accidentally missed it. All right, go ahead, Blind Larry.
Yeah, okay. So I got, obviously, Pollard. I'm probably going to start, obviously. Singletary, White. Which two of those running backs should I start as far as
I think your
1
question
and
is
2?
which one between these two guys, because Pollard's starting.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Probably Singletary, right, Ron? I mean, he scores touchdowns. They give him all the running, they give him a lot of the running duties, but I think James Cook is still very, very much involved in the passing.
Yeah, they've been using a lot. Hello.
But yeah, is that Maddie?
Hello.
Hello, Maddie.
Hi. Hi.
What's up?
I think somebody kicked Maddie in the neck. Yo, Smitty.
Yeah, Maddie, what's going on?
Hey.
You got your little brothers and sisters like picking up the phone? Like, what's going on, Maddie?
My little brother.
All right.
Oh, really?
What could we do for you?
I was wondering, you think Homer would be as good as like P. Ryan? You know, like that replacement?
I don't know, but hold on. Maddie, you stepped right on Blind Larry's question, so just hang tight for me. Just hang tight. Hold on. Let's.
My bad.
That's right. All right. Let's get
No,
back.
you're good, bro. Go ahead. Let him go.
All right, yeah, we'll help Blind Larry after. Go ahead. Blind Larry's so polite. He's like, just go ahead. What, Maddie? What was so urgent you had to have your little brother come on and call us, interrupt Blind Larry's time to shine? What is it?
I'm the older brother.
Okay, what can we do for you?
That's my marker set.
Okay.
Don't worry
I was
about it.
gonna ask you.
Blind Larry can't hear anyways. Take it easy there, player. Take it easy.
Raw.
I was gonna ask.
Okay,
Do you
Ron,
think Homer
Ron.
would be as good as P. Ryan if Walker doesn't play?
P. Ryan or Homer. P. Ryan's not bad.
No. It was. Do you think if Homer goes in, like he would be like P. Ryan, like that good?
Oh,
like,
so you just
point
so
wise.
so you're just calling back to get clarification on how I feel about the advice I already gave you. I got you.
I'm gonna get banned. Oh my gosh.
You're close. You're close. I mean, bro, he's not P. Ryan's a different player. Like it'd be, yeah. I mean, I guess it could be close. He could be pretty decent. He could be 100 total yards, maybe a strong shot at a touchdown if all goes well for him. Like Homer's pretty good. He's pretty elusive. He's not a bad running back at all. Like for one game, he could do it. Like 4 games, he could maybe do it. Like a whole season, no. He would break down. He's not that kind of back. But he's a spot guy, a spot duty guy that could come in, have a decent game. I would pick him up and cuff him to Walker, and then that way you're covered. You're not throwing for a loop. You've got everything under control. The only thing I'd say is that he's not a guarantee, 100% guarantee to be the guy because they're all injured. He was injured. DJ Dallas is injured. The entire lot of them are injured, so we don't really know. We have no 100%. It's not 100%. Sure, type of situation.
Right. I mean, we both have Walker in our leagues, and we both picked up the, backup. We listened to you, Schmitty.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
Sorry that we interrupted.
Okay, no problem. We'll see you later, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, Blind Larry.
Was Matty 1 or Matty 2? Was that Matty 1 and Matty 2 or what?
I don't know. I have no idea, Blind Larry. I'm not even sure what happened. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so, Pollard's starting. I got Singletary and White. Which one out of those two, I guess?
Ron Navy, you were explaining.
I just need to stay 30. I just need to stay 30 points up this week.
Ron
I'll call it next week.
Okay, Ron Navy, you were explaining it before Maddie called in and rudely interrupted.
Well, Singletary is like off and off, and they're using Cook a lot more. And I know White has a bad matchup, but I don't know. I think I almost want to say White, but I don't trust Singletary. You never know how Buffalo's going to really use him. He kind of lets you down sometimes, and then other times he's great.
Yeah, I probably.
But White's gonna get you a lot more catches probably.
Yeah, but San Fran's tough. I guess I'd probably. Let me look up Singletary real quick. I mean, he had a touchdown last week, and I know they've been using James Cook a lot, and he's getting targets, but I mean they are leaning on. I mean, Singletary's last really almost the whole. I don't know, almost the whole season besides the first 3 games, double-digit carries. Last week, 13 carries. The week before that, 14. The week before that, 18. The week before that, 13. He did have an 8-carry game, but then he had a 14, then a 17. So he's getting double-digit carries like clockwork. And his last 4 games, Singletary's had 4. In his last 4 games, he has 4 rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
I don't know. It's pretty good. What's the chat think?
So Pollard and Singletary sound strong, but would you flex White with the next wide receiver questions I'm going to ask you?
All right.
Possibly.
All right, go ahead.
I got Peoples-Jones. I got Slayton. I got Myers and Chark.
Oh.
Yeah, underdog team. I told you.
So basically, we wasted our whole time debating that other question because yes, I would start all 3 of the running backs. In the 2 wide receivers, I would go. I don't know here. I guess Myers and Peoples-Jones. I mean, I don't know. Slayton's hard for me to trust. I don't know why. Probably because he's not that good. He's okay. And he plays on the Giants, so that's a not only is it a tough Philly matchup, I just don't trust that team. But he has done. God, he's actually done really well the last 4 weeks straight.
What some voices telling you, Ron?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not giving Slayton enough credit. Maybe I should be. I mean, he's got a lot of targets, but Philly, I'm gonna.
The voice say though to bench Slayton.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. But now that you're telling me that the voices are involved, I'd probably. Then again, like, do we trust Watson to deliver to Donovan Peoples-Jones? We're gonna go with the 3 running backs. I can say that for certain. I probably start Myers, and I probably go Donovan Peoples-Jones, but barely. I think the Eagles is a real tough.
I'd trust Slayton more than Jones because
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson stinks.
Yeah. Oh, Bill the Tickler's calling in. Hold on. Bill, try one more time. While we're waiting for that, hold on. Blind Larry, hang tight.
Yes, sir.
Rock
Yes,
out.
sir.
Rock out. You're on with Blind Larry, Smitty, and Ron Navy.
What's up,
Good.
Rock out?
What's up, Rock Out? We're having a welcome.
Good.
That voice is
First
party.
I want to say happy birthday to Terry Roberts. Let's get it out of boy.
Yeah. Attaboy. We got a special guest real quick. I'm sorry, Rock Out. I don't mean to step on your
problem.
your call here, but we have Bill the Tickler on the line right now. Bill.
Hey guys.
What's up,
Actually,
Bill?
I was wondering where Rockout was. So, Smitty, let's proceed with Rockout. Actually, I was looking forward to hearing from him tonight.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, Rock Out. Bill wants to hear you talk. There he is, Bill the Tickler, everybody. To the moon.
No, that wasn't me. I think that was Ron Davey.
Oh, that might have been Blind Larry
That
laughing.
wasn't me.
Blind Larry, you laugh
We want to
awful.
know.
Hey, Blind Larry, how are you?
Blind Larry
We
absolutely.
want to know.
Blind Larry laughs an awful lot like Bill the Tickler. I have to admit.
Hell,
the
what are we
tickler.
doing, Smitty? Oh, Lord.
The blind tickler.
Oh. Is he blind or confused?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm blind, man.
Yeah, no. He.
Rock out.
Yeah. What's up?
Go ahead, Rock Out.
Hello?
Yeah, Rock Out. Rock Out, Rock Out. This is getting
Rock out,
confusing.
rock out.
Go ahead.
We
Dang, Rock
question.
Out lost for words.
Rock Out. Let's put you on like time two speed. Let's go.
What do you want?
You called in. What can we do for you? Well, you got to have a dilemma or something.
Oh yeah. We think about Hubbard as a pinch if Nico Collins can't go.
Yeah. I mean, assuming he's starting.
Yeah, he got like 14 carries last week, I think.
Yeah, if he's starting, sure. And if he's not starting, if he's sharing the carries, sure.
Yeah, because it's saying like Collins probably won't go this week.
All right. Yeah, I'm down for it. All right, Bill, you heard him talk. Now let's listen to Bill. Bill, what can we do for you? What'd you call for, pal? What can we help you with?
Oh, hey, boys. Well, I heard you guys. First, I was wondering if Ron Navy can buy me a steak dinner on NFL Networks tab because I enjoyed. I enjoyed the back and. I wanted to appreciate the nation on Monday. I got the support, and I fell short with Taysom Hill in the long shot, and then
Oh yeah.
tonight I
Forgot.
tonight I
What's your
was feeling
favorite
frisky.
steak?
Say it again. Ribeye.
What's your favorite ribeye? So you want a big ass Wagyu ribeye then?
Wagyu's all right. There's some other farms out there, but put a nice piece of foie
All
gras
right,
on
you
it.
want some,
You know.
You want some Kobe then? Some Kobe beef?
All right. What
A
can
ribeye Kobe?
But good stuff. But I'm Kobe.
I'm losing control of the show. What can we do for you,
Fucking good
tickler?
stuff.
How can we tickle your fancy today, Bill?
So I reached again tonight, and I came out. Might be okay by accident. So I dropped Mike White about 5:00 tonight, and I picked up Cam Akers, and I put him in instead of Najee.
Smitty's gonna
Instead
drop
of Najee
you right
Harris.
now. Drop what?
Instead of Najee
He's gonna
Harris.
drop you all.
Wait,
Cam.
wait. But so here's the other side, Smitty. Here's what happened. And I didn't look at my opponent, but now I have to look at my opponent. he had Derek Carr, and Derek Carr only got 13 points.
Mm-hmm. I bet you're tickled pink over
So
that.
I'm not even giggling. Larry the what is it? Larry the Axe? Larry the
No, I ain't giggling, not yet.
Right, Larry.
Okay, let's let's move it along. What? Okay,
now
go.
we got Schmitty giggling.
Go ahead, go ahead, Bill the Tickler.
I'm just saying. So I fell short of Cam Akers, but I got exactly. Oh, thank you. Is that Ron?
I don't know if I can, but
Lord.
it might work out. All right.
I've been overshadowed. Finally in first.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Cam for White.
Somehow our viewers haven't dropped off. I don't understand it. But
Somehow.
Hey,
I almost called you Ron the Tickler.
The guy that and Bill the Tickler, the guy that could have been the legend with Taysom Hill the other night.
Yes. Bill benched. Yeah.
So
how'd that work
should
out?
I make?
Not good.
Well,
He wouldn't have won
actually,
anyway.
One part of it, right?
Well, look. So his points, and I said him or Rashad White, but his points and Rashad White's points combined, I still would have lost. So
Right.
I mean, I said I had no chance, and I unfortunately was.
Yeah, it
Who
wouldn't
was your
matter.
other
All right.
It's not like I sat Taysom Hill and I lost because Rashad White came through. I mean, I had no choice.
All right.
The biggest upside ever was Taysom Hill. So sorry, Schmitty.
Go ahead.
Not to mean to take control away.
Go ahead,
So-
Bill. Let's wrap up the question. Let's go.
The question. All right. So the final question is, I wanted to make clear. My boy over there made it clear. He asked me. So Schmitty, when I went for that move of Taysom Hill, you made a comment of, if I pulled it off, I'd be legend. You'd be a legend adjacent. But you're the legend, and I'm the only one who could ever be a legend adjacent because of you and your foresight. So thank you very much.
I appreciate that.
Boys, be well.
I appreciate that, Bill. Thank you very much. We'll see you later, pal. Appreciate you calling, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thanks, boys.
All right.
Eagle them up.
Aside from laughing too hard.
All right. Anything else, Blind Larry, we can help you with before I start separating all of you?
No, you're good, bro. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Blind Larry. All right. Rock out. Anything else from you?
How's your weight loss thing going?
You know, I weighed myself for the first time in like a couple days, and I was a little bit disappointed. I think I need to do double running. I feel like I'm trimming down. I haven't drank as much Coke, but my weight hasn't gone down as fast as I've been lifting, so I feel like I'm getting stronger and everything. But I need to ramp up the cardio on top of it. But yeah, no, we'll get there. We've got let's see here. For those that don't know,
Okay, your clock.
I was called out by a guy named Johnny Lawrence. You may know him from the Karate Kid. We can't confirm or deny that this is the real Johnny Lawrence, but either way, he acts like him. And basically cornered me and said, Smitty, you say that all the time and you never follow through when I said that I would be ripped by Christmas. So guess what? I'm on a terror. Bloated Smitty right here, wearing this meat suit on 11/20. He's gone. I put the 21st. This is the 2022, not 2021.
Keep that up, and then you say that's not him. I am him.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody else wants to join, 16 days left in 54 minutes. If you'd like to join in, pick a goal. Okay, Rock Out, what else can I help you with?
That's about it right now.
Okay. Call back if you have another question, pal. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Ron, anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I need a new side now. All right.
You need a new what?
Ooh, I haven't laughed that hard and loud for
sighed.
like ever, dude.
Yeah, I was. It was like
Oh my God.
It was like getting a bunch of Howard Stern callers together on one line. I don't know if you were Baba Booey or Beetlejuice or what role you were playing on that call. But hold on, we got one more call. Oh, he dropped. All right, Ron, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, Smitty.
Oh, hold on, one more call.
We'll talk.
Let's take one more. Hold on.
Okay.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show with Ron the Tickler and Smitty.
Let's go. What's up, Smitty?
What's up, bro?
Can you help me with my team? Don't know who to put in for my bench or just keep my lineup.
Sure, bro.
All right, here's what I got. I got Hurts, Sanders, Swift, Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and I got Firemouth and Stevenson.
What
And
the
on
heck
my
do you need
bench,
that with?
And on bench, I got Godwin, Kirk,
Oh my
Tua,
God.
and Williams, and Knox.
Jamal Williams?
And Williams. Oh, Mike Williams.
How do you need help with that team?
He just wants a pat on the
Who
back,
do I?
bro. This happens all the time. People call in. They
Are
waste.
you like an or 10-man?
It's a 10-man.
Okay. So,
10 Okay.
we're going to say this, bro. Okay? We're going to say this. Let's put Stevenson in your flex. Okay? So that we don't have any reason to talk like we're going to maybe bench Stevenson because he's your flex. He's not your flex. He's your running back too. Okay. So the question is, you can't bench JJ, you can't bench Hill, you can't bench Swift, you can't bench Hurts. You have one. You could have called in and said, "Who do I start at my flex? Sanders or these guys right here?" But that's okay. You wanted a pat in the back. Your team looks phenomenal. You took advantage of Aunt Edna and her beehive hairdo, and you blasted everybody in your league. It's a phenomenal team. We give you your flowers to the moon.
To the moon.
The question.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Yeah. So Sanders or Godwin or Kirk. You're not starting Tua. You're not starting Mike Williams. So the question is Godwin, Sanders, or Kirk. That's the only dilemma you have. It's one single dilemma. The honest answer is I don't know. I mean, Godwin probably is safest. I'd probably go Godwin, but it's a tough matchup. But I feel like they're going to feed him a lot. Kirk's safest. Kirk is safest. Godwin's, I don't know. Ron, what do you think? Chat, what do you think?
In my opinion, I'd go with Kirk. He has the better matchup.
Yeah.
And plus, if Jones is hurt, he's going to get targeted. He's going to get targeted this week. Kirk is.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ron.
Hey, what's your record? You said?
My record's a 5-8.
Jeez, bro, what were you doing? Starting the wrong guys. Were you putting Mike Williams in over JJ, or what were you doing? Did you get scored against
competitive league?
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I like your squad a lot. I think you're going to do really well as long as you're in the playoffs. But I would probably.
I like his squad, except for Swift, but
I probably would go Kirk as well. Kirk does feel maybe the safest of this crew, but like Godwin's hard to sit. It's a tough matchup, but they're gonna feed him a lot, so he might have like lower yards per catch, and it might be hard for him to get in the end zone, but I think he can still get in the end zone. Tom Brady's got something to prove. I mean, it's not inconceivable that Tom Brady could go, put on some kind of like amazing performance while the expectations are always like, look at the expectations we have for the Raiders tonight. They're going to steamroll the Rams, steamroll them. Not just beat them, they're going to steamroll them. And it almost got to that point, too, when it was like 13-3 or whatever the score was. We're like, okay, they're about to score. And then Carr threw an interception when he should have scored a touchdown. And it would have changed the dynamic of the game, and it didn't. Who knows? Maybe Tom Brady, who's never lost to a rookie starting quarterback before, maybe Tom Brady comes in there and slings the rock around to Godwin a bunch of times, and Godwin has 8 receptions for 80 yards and a score. I mean, who knows? But I would say Kirk is safest. If you want to play it safe, go Kirk. If you need to win, you feel like you can win. If you need a home run, then go Godwin.
Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
I love you. Watch you every day. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, pal. Carl, you're
that $20 haul.
Yeah, Carl, you're up. And then, we got a $20 hauler from Jarrett. Jarrett, my dude. Appreciate you, Jarrett. Let's answer this, and then we'll go to Carl. Carl, hang tight. Carl, calm down. Okay, pick starters. Tua, White, Waddle, Mike, Williams, Chark, Burks, Barkley, Skywalker, White, Pacheco, James Cook. Opponent has Moonmen. Yeah, your opponent's watching the show is what he's doing. CMC, St. Brown, and Swift. First week of the playoffs. Why? Yeah, why are you in the playoffs already? Okay. This is one of those leagues where they just don't change it. They're like, we're going to end in week 16. Doesn't matter. Week 14, first round of the playoffs. All these teams on a bye. You got 6 teams on a bye and you're in the playoffs. What's wrong with this commissioner? It's probably him. Jarrett's probably the commissioner.
That's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible.
Sorry, Jarrett. Let's see. Pick starters. You're going to go Tua. You're going to put Waddle in if he plays, and I think he will. You're going to want to put in Mike Williams. Would you start Mike Williams or Chark, Ron? If Mike Williams is playing, I'm probably starting him. Chark's okay.
Yeah, Mike Williams.
Chark's okay, but I'm not like, if you need a third wide receiver, Chark over Burks, because Burks has been, I don't even know if Burks is healthy.
Well, is Burke out of the protocol, the concussion protocol?
I don't know. I still wouldn't play him over Chark, I guess, if I had to go with third wide receiver. Barkley is on a bye. Skywalker probably won't play. I go Pacheco and probably James Cook over Rashad White, just this week because of the matchups. And they throw to him a ton.
Barkley's not a bye.
Oh, not Barkley on a bye. I'm sorry. I was thinking he had JT. My bad. I don't know why I was thinking that. Barkley. So Barkley, I don't know why my brain's fried from that phone call.
You're hearing those voices too, huh?
My brain's fried from that phone call, Ron. I don't think I'll ever recover from that phone call. Barkley, and probably Pacheco are my 2 running backs. And then if you start a flex that can be one of the running backs, I would go James Cook. Or no. Yeah, James Cook. If Skywalker can play, you're obviously playing him as your running back too. And then your opponent, okay, yeah. So again, to recap, your quarterback is Tua, your 2 wide receivers are Mike Williams and Waddle. If you need another wide receiver, you go Chark. Barkley and Skywalker. If Skywalker can't play, you go Pacheco. And if you need another flex, I would go James Cook. That would be how I'd attack it. Jarrett, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Sorry about how complicated that was and how long it took me to do it. I'm fried. Carl, you're up. Carl, calm down.
Hey, Smitty.
What's up, Carl?
Hey, how are you doing? Hey, I need your opinion. So, going to the fantasy playoffs, what has a better defense, the Chiefs or the Eagles?
The Eagles are a set it and forget it team, bro. They're number 2 or 3 in your scoring format. They're not somebody I'm benching. I don't really. Again, like I was explaining earlier, it doesn't really like points against doesn't. It's one component of the scoring, defensive scoring. They still make plays. They're number 3 for a reason. I'm not benching the Eagles unless you have like an amazing matchup. And what I said earlier was like against the Rams. And look what the Rams just did. Like, so that's another reason why you shouldn't really read too much into matchups when you have a set it and forget it defense like the Eagles. They're not like, yeah, they can be up and down. They haven't been as good as they were earlier on, but they're still number 3 overall. And I think the Eagles are really going to finish really strongly. So give me the Eagles, man, all day.
Okay, and then is Lamar Jackson droppable?
No. If not, just for the reason you don't want to give him to your opponents. Because he's only out for one game right now. He's not even ruled out, bro. You can't even put him on IR in leagues where you can put players on IR that are ruled out. He's not even ruled out yet. You drop him, somebody else picks him up. You could be done. If that team is really good and just been lacking quarterbacking, you're going to hand him Lamar Jackson, who, yeah, he's been struggling, but, like, bro, at any moment he could, this is the way he is. He can be really good, really, really bad, benchable bad, but then come back and he doesn't stay one way or the other. He goes good, bad, good, bad. You can't ever predict it. And if you just toss him out there and somebody's got, Geno Smith, no offense to Geno, but you give him a Lamar Jackson and he gets back in the lineup, bro, that could put a nail in your own coffin.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Ron, you agree with that or no?
Oh, I 100% agree.
Yeah, okay. All right, Ron. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, hey. You don't got to say here, but I want to know how you're doing with your underdog. I told you how I'm doing. I keep asking you.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to check. And then I just...
champ.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I've sometimes it's hard to, like, they're all in different places or whatever when you go look them up, but yeah, I'll go look. I'll try and find it.
You'll be able to see it all in one place.
Okay.
I see mine all in one place. So.
All right, I'll go look. All right, Ron, thank you.
All right, later.
All right, I think you got a couple more super chats, and then we might call it. Would have been live for an hour, and it seems like 2 hours. Thank you, Jarrett, for the $20 hauler. Rock Out says, Smitty, how's the weight loss going? Sorry, I didn't see that until now. Rock Out, appreciate your super chat. Oscar dropping a super chat. Oscar said, all my running backs are on a bye except for Pierce. Oscar, you still here? Just Sherman, are you still here? Avi, appreciate you. Hang tight, Avi. I'll answer your question in 1 second. Just Sherman and Oscar, are you guys still here? All my running backs are on a bye except Pierce. I picked up Damian Harris, but if Walker doesn't play, should I start one of the Seattle backs? It's rough out here. I like the idea that you're putting Pierce in that scenario. And if you need a second RB, Homer is probably the guy to pick up. Make sure Chuba Hubbard isn't out there. He would be even better. Because, well, I don't know if he'd be better. If Homer's starting, Homer's pretty good. Chuba starting and Homer starting would both be about equal. So definitely grab Homer if he's out there. Just Sherman says change team name from Noxymoron to Foster. That's funny, man, bro. Sherman, appreciate you. Smash that like button for Smitty. Enjoy the last 4 to 5 weeks. Thank you, Avi. Appreciate you, my guy. Avi's the man. All the super chats are handled. I'm sorry it took me a while. Just Sherman and Oscar. I didn't mean to make you wait, broskies. Oscar's still here. Okay. Thank you, Oscar. Sorry about the wait, bro. I'll do better next time. White, ETN, or Knight. If Knight is if ETN's playing, which he is, you start him. So the question is which one of White or Knight. I'd probably go Knight given White's matchup. Carr is a bum, says Sick Nasty. He certainly looked like it tonight. No competitive league would have Mike Williams on waivers. Not necessarily, champ. I mean, you got to understand some leagues are very small benches, bro. Like, I play in a very competitive league with a lot of ballers, and there are always guys like that on waivers because we have we like 4 or 5 bench spots, bro. So it really just depends on your league size. Most people assume that it's a bad league because there's great waivers. It's not true. Homer over Pierce if he plays, says Champs. If Homer's starting, I guess I go Homer. But if there's any ambiguity there, no. Richie or Zay, probably Zay, but make sure he's good to go. White or Homer? If Homer's starting, I start Homer. Jacobs would play on an amputated foot as long as it gets him the bag next year. Yeah, but the problem is if he puts himself in a position where he's getting a physical, bro, and he can't even, if he gets, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he'll put himself in harm's way and then not be able to get the contract. He's got to be smart about it too. He's proven a lot already. Not that he wants to go out now with an injury because that would definitely make him less desirable. But if he was to take a couple of games off and heal up and then come back and finish like a monster, then. But I think he's also worried about his carries being taken away. Like if he goes out and Zamir starts balling out and then he comes back to a 50-50 workload, he would feel threatened and feel like he wasn't going to get the bag. So I think he's in between. Like he's got to be smart about it. Raiders 24 says, I don't have the money to send a super chat, but wanted to say thank you to everyone who prayed and supported our son. Thank you, Raider Nation. Appreciate you. Hope everything's good. Everybody throw a prayer up. A prayer emoji up. Smash the like button. Says, Chad, trade Olave and White for Kamara, London, and Waller. Olave and White for Kamara, London, and Waller. I probably would, and with the news that they're finally making the quarterback change. Thank you very much for doing that after Kyle Pitts is out, by the way, Atlanta. Going to Ritter. London should get a lot more volume, I hope. So part of me would say, yeah, go get Kamara if you need an RB. That's probably the move to make. Titans defense for Week 16 versus Houston. Get him if you need it, says Avi. Avi, thank you for the super chat and the tip. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. There'll be a video dropping tomorrow talking about 2023, but also the remainder of the season for Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, and I'm blanking out on that. Austin Eckler, CMC, and one or two other running backs I'm going to talk about walking into 2023 and the remainder of 2022. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Take it easy. Ron Navy dropping one more super chat. Ron Navy says, I'm not crazy, Smitty. Listen to the IG post I sent you. Okay, I'll look for it, Ron. Blind Larry says, laughing, Dear Santa, thank you for gifting us Smith Jackson. Travis says, Ron Navy spending money to convince us he's not crazy now. I'm gonna drop a super chat to make sure that everybody CFC running back one rest of season. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the video today, or the one that'll drop tomorrow. All right, thank you all. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, I was going to take that call, but never mind. All right, later. Ron Navy. Ron Navy, these are the chipmunks. Ron. Ron. This is a chipmunk, Ron.